Abandon says, not my fault. You know he's done something horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong? Not wait. The shenanigans I get into, not bad shenanigans. I mean, they're epic shenanigans. It's just
it's horribly wrong.
Bad for survival.
24 more would be enough.
For what?
Aloe spots.
Okay, so you got to figure it takes 4 aloe to make aloe cream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 24. No, this is not big enough.
Keep in mind you get 3 aloe per time you smack it. So 3 times 24.
So are we talking 24 total? Or
24 spots, but
no,
like
I mean
3 times 24. Oh, no. 24 more than what we already have.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Like 72.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Like you said, we get 3 more. Do I get 3 more or just you?
You do too.
Okay. All right. And do that for the mushrooms as well. And then what's the other one? Coffee?
Coffee, but I don't think we need that much coffee.
We're not even using coffee, are we?
No.
No. You sound so sad. No.
You worked so hard planning coffee. Did you bring the hoe?
Oh. No.
I'll go
Here.
get one.
Do you want? Oh, okay.
This is not my shotgun. You know what I haven't done in a while?
What's up?
Gone and knocked on the door of this house over here.
Okay. Just letting you know it's nighttime and they sprint.
Okay. So AK-47 should be pretty alright.
Yeah. Man, I think, I don't know. You tell me, should we, the hell was that?
He's sniffling.
Should we, like, continue this out and have this whole area here mushrooms, or is that too much?
Yeah, well, we can, no problem. Just lots of mushrooms.
Oh, but do we need it?
How much stew are we gonna be making?
Well, I mean, it's just if we make an effort. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll have an area like this, and then if we need to, we can expand to here. How about that?
Okay.
The thing
Just
is,
like to go on record.
yes,
Saying This is not my
Oh
fault.
my god. Look, I'm looking over there at him, and I'm seeing flashes from his gun.
I didn't put the zombies in this house.
But you put yourself in the house.
You have
Yeah.
no proof.
Yeah, what she said.
Oh, hey, more beer. I have a
Think you want
six-pack.
me to do the hoeing?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I can actually hear it.
Ooh! That's a good time to panic.
He's gonna die again.
No, he's not. Aha! Come at me, bro. Come at me.
The entire crew escaped Blackheart alive? Damn. Nice.
I'll just send you guys a picture of the traffic here in Alaska.
It's 5 a.m. there, Madge? Jesus, why aren't you asleep?
Scaring me like that? Jeez.
You have 30 tokens. Rip.
That's so depressing.
Very poor. He's poor as fuck.
Yeah, I am.
It's okay. I keep playing the slots and going broke. Where did I put my wrench? I didn't bring my wrench with me. That's great.
Okay. 4, 8, 12. Ah, shit. 4 more. Okay, that's done. So that was what, 24? Yeah, we're not. Oh, what happened? Oh, shit. Okay. Some of this dirt can't be. Things fucked up in here. What the hell? There's a screamer right outside. Got her.
Ow, Jesus. Spike traps. Ouch.
There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Mushrooms are planted. Everything's planted.
Okay. Breathe. Dang. What's that?
Sweet. Thank you for the help.
You're welcome. Why do you have this row here? I mean,
What?
is this just a pathway here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Heading back to base.
Okay.
Would it be alright to ask for some help clearing the coal mine out today? The one that's over here. I think there's more coal in it actually. Let me go check first before I ask for help really.
Fungi.
Come on, don't crash on me this time. Thank you.
Guys, you know anything called healthy snacks?
Aren't those like the leading cause of death and or cancer? Health food and whatnot?
What is love? Baby, don't. All right, I'll be back. And then I'm going to post those hippo videos on Discord.
Okay.
Think, did you just take one ibuprofen earlier?
Prescription.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you buy them over the counter, it's like 200 milligrams.
Yeah, and then I have to take 4.
So this is what gets me. So 800 milligrams is prescription only.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy 200 milligrams over the counter and just take 4. So why the hell is 800 milligram prescription?
I don't know. To me, it just works better or faster than over the counter.
Mm. Okay, this.
Sure.
1,777 hours played.
I'm catching up. Kind of.
What do you have?
1,223.
Holy shit. Nice.
Yeah.
You'll never catch me, though.
You wanna bet?
Challenge accepted.
Okay, Discord? No, wait a minute. I gotta go Facebook. Are you inside, Tink?
Yeah.
Watch this. On stream.
Oh, I seen that where he just like whipped right in
look
front
at this
of
fucking
you.
asshole. Boy,
Yeah.
you are one dumb fuck, aren't you?
Like he whips in front of you and then he breaks.
You need someone to drag you out of that fucking minivan and smack you around, dumbass. God. Road rage. Oh shit, I hear the Jeep taking off.
Nuh-uh.
Let the big dog eat. Love the sound of that. Videos at? There they are. Wait, did I just send you one?
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to the traffic here. Racing through traffic columns at twice the speed of common. Merging means race to the end. We apparently have the worst traffic. Damn, BCP's got some traffic issues. Okay. Paste. All right, Fiona is up in the here, I'll play a little bit of it. Why the she's so cute. Look at that.
It's so adorable.
Oh. Look at her.
Baby.
Watch her try to bite the side of the yeah.
Until they
Look
get
at that
to-
little tongue.
Shotgun joint.
She's literally so adorable.
Oh, I know.
Look at her little ears.
I'm gonna see you soon, Fiona.
How big is she now?
I will look into that. I'll find the latest video. After this, I'm gonna watch her when she's little because she's the cutest. Look at her slobbering. Jesus Christ, clean up already. I don't know. I think see what that lady's doing. Would that not be the funnest freaking job ever? You actually get paid.
Yeah.
Actually get paid to do that. She's falling asleep underwater.
That was so adorable.
She's like, oh shit, I breathe air. But she is like the main attraction at the Cincinnati Zoo. So it'll probably take a couple hours to freaking see her. I don't care. That's her mom. Or her dad, I don't know. Probably her mom. Well, see, she's grown quite a bit here, Hank.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Quite a bit. Okay, yeah, it's kind of showing her progression in this video.
Okay.
Oh, you're right, Gregory. I seen that on YouTube. There is a couple that lives in Africa, I believe, that has a pet hippo. Yes, I saw that. That was freaking awesome. Yes.
I'm jealous.
Look at that.
Like, what's not to love? It's so cute.
Gregory, yes, I seen that.
Nope.
Or Abandon could probably use their help, but he's shit out of luck.
In my defense, I did find some pretty cool stuff.
This was the video, Tink. This was 4 months ago, so this will show what he looks like now.
Okay.
Oh, this shows from the beginning, 2017.
Oh.
So he's 2 years old.
How did my truck get back here?
Oh my God! Look,
Carcass is way the crap out there.
yikes! Yeah. Gregory, hang in there, Abandon. Oh my God.
It's not as bad as it looks, but it is pretty bad. Where did I
That's
There
a
it is.
big mouth.
Yes.
Okay. Go back home.
That's her mom and dad. Look at that. Look at what we can see. I hope that's still like that. And look at her.
Healthy food.
Oh, it's gonna be crowded as fuck. Maybe not, because we'll be going during the, or I mean, I'll be going during the week. The weekend, you definitely don't want to go to the Cincinnati Zoo on the.
I want a birthday cake like
Look here.
minus
Chelsea Clinton. What did you say?
Said I want a birthday cake like hers, full of fruit.
Oh God. I love how the mom opens. I don't know what. I don't know what that means.
She 100 pounds. Is that what that said?
Hold on. I think it said 1,000 pounds. So that was right before this. Is that 1,005 pounds?
Or is it 100.5?
How old is the little one?
2 years.
Like 2 years.
She's probably hitting that 1,000 marker.
He doesn't. Okay, well then the parents must weigh. Oh, that doesn't sound right.
Let me Google
That doesn't sound right. I could see the mom weighing 1,000 pounds.
Okay, it says Fiona, the nearly 2-year-old hippopotamus from the Cincinnati Zoo, just hit 1,000 pounds.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, she's a big old gal.
Well, she ain't gonna be a little baby anymore, fortunately.
The average female of an adult hippopotamus weighs 3,000 pounds. Imagine them sitting on you.
Okay, so now, Gregory, I would pay good money to swim with a baby hippo. You can have your dolphins. Amen to that. But Gregory, they're the most dangerous animals in the world.
Yeah, dude, they're like, holy crap, aggressive.
Do animals have honeymoon? Her father passed away, I believe, 2 years ago. Oh.
That sucks.
I think her mom is at the Dickerson Park Zoo in Missouri right now. Oh, okay. Okay. Had been coming to Dickerson Park Zoo 30. Oh shit. So Jessica, I think that's it.
Where'd I put my shotgun?
And you see, there's Jessica.
Yeah. She's an absolute
adorable,
beauty,
huh?
isn't she?
Oh, she's
She's
gorgeous.
rather good looking.
Look at her.
Check.
Look at her. So this is Jess. This is Jess.
Yes, Jessica is a hippopotamus. Shirley and her husband Tony took her in when she was separated from her mother as a newborn.
This is them, Gregory. They have a plaque for him here. That's awesome, Ludfu.
She's 13 and
Jess
she's
is
drinking
a
from a
mama.
bottle. Look at those teeth. She definitely likes rooibos tea, huh?
Oh, she loves
We
it.
have something
That's
interesting
it.
out the
So
back
tell
door.
me about how you came to have Jessica in the first place. How did it happen?
Well, we found her in the year 2000 with the
Never mind.
floods, and she was washed away from her mother.
Right.
And
You taking care of it?
well, she washed out just in front
Yeah,
of
it
her
can't
house.
punch me back, so
I ran
I've actually
down
got this
and I
situation.
touched her.
Thank
How
you,
small
buddy.
was she?
She was premature, and she still had on her umbilical cord.
This game
Okay,
is just so
so
rough.
she literally had been
So
born,
rough.
the floods happened, and she got washed up. What happened then?
Especially if you're on your own, right?
And Tony, with his game
And not
ranging
paying attention to
experience,
everything.
he actually knew the formula to make it like mother's milk. And that was the first thing that we actually gave to her.
So you didn't have a chance to reunite her with her mother, obviously.
No.
Okay, this is just a freaking clip. There is a better video of this. The Jessica the hippo. Search.
There's this.
They kill more people in Africa than any other mammal.
You hear that? They kill more people in Africa than any other mammal.
Oh crap.
But Jessica is different.
Yeah, they are
Rescued
like
and raised
really,
by humans,
really territorial.
she hangs
in the
out
wild.
with the puppies and lets herself into the house.
They've been known to chase
To
and attack
strangers who
tour
don't know her,
boats.
she would appear as a dangerous rogue animal.
The future for an animal like Jessica, it's something I'd rather not even think about because it's something going to one day make that animal become aggressive.
But it's
Jesus.
not clear whether
I was
Jessica is
watching
wild
one where they
or
like
tame.
ate an alligator.
You can take
No,
her out of the bush. You
yeah.
can take the bush out of her.
Yeah, like tore him up.
Oh my god.
In March 2000, not far from South
Well,
Africa's
that mouth
Kruger National
and those
Park,
teeth,
the
I
rivers
mean-
were in flood. Living on the banks of one of them is retired game ranger Tony Joubert.
It just kind
One
of makes you
morning,
wonder,
as he
well,
was
how did you
delegating
think this was
jobs
going to
to
play
his
out, Mr.
farm
Gator?
workers, one of them spotted some movement in the grass.
And there I noticed this little baby hippo lying there with an umbilical cord.
Oh,
Within
we got a
hours of
small
being
horde
born,
out here.
Jessica the hippo had been swept away from her mother by the floodwaters.
You guys can take care of it.
The water was up to here. And she was lying right
got
into the
it.
water on her side. And as we approached her, she turned onto her tummy and tried to get up.
Situation's
She was
handled.
so weak, she fell down again.
So you don't need me?
Being so weak and so young. I thought Jessica's chance of surviving was very, very slim.
Jessica could not have washed up on a better bit of the riverbank. Knowing that Jessica would not survive without his help, Tony decided to take her into his home. Today, Tony lives
What
in
was that,
peaceful
Tank?
retirement on his
Is
game
this so you
farm,
don't need me?
not far from Kruger National
No, I
Park.
pretty well got it. As long
With
as they
potentially
can't.
dangerous wild animals passing
It's
through
a
his
whole
land,
avoiding getting
Tony
hit
carries
thing
a
that
rifle
suck
for
at.
self-protection.
Shut
3
the front
years
door.
after rescuing Jessica,
Yes, Lizard
Tony
Man.
fell in love with Shirley.
I'm a qualified international beauty therapist,
Crush it.
and I do all the beauty treatments: facials, laser, chiropody, massage, aromatherapy, reflexology.
Before she met Tony,
Do
Shirley
you
had only
guys
spent
prefer
2
this
days
like
of her
this
life in
or
the
full
bush.
screen?
She knew as much about animals as her new
let
husband
me
did
know.
about aromatherapy.
I didn't tell Shirley that she'll be moving in with a hippo. When I met her, I took her to the farm. And I told her about Jessica on the way to the farm.
The only thing that I knew about hippos were that they are extremely dangerous and that they kill people.
And then I told her that Jessica sleeps on the veranda with the dogs and sometimes comes into the house. That took a bit of adapting, but it's all sorted out.
In fact, when Shirley met Jessica, it was love at first sight.
And immediately, I felt at ease with her. I wasn't tense at all. I wasn't scared of her.
This
I could
size?
just be
Okay.
myself. And I can never imagine my life without Tess.
The quality ain't the best.
Shirley's dedication to Jessica is driven by a
It's
powerful
at 360p,
maternal instinct.
which is shit, but
With not having kids, I've accepted her
This was,
as a child. I'm
you
not
know,
her
9
mother.
years
She's my
ago.
daughter. And that's why I could just go to her and cuddle her and love her and be gentle with her, because she's really the one that I can share my whole life with. And There's nothing more important than that.
Even Tony's tough bushman persona melts under Jessica's influence.
I've never had a relationship with another animal like Jessica. You just can't help loving her. That's it, basically.
This is an amazing
Tony,
story,
that's saying
if you
something.
guys haven't seen it.
In his 35 years as a game ranger, Tony has had relationships with a lot of different animals.
During the course of my career, I did find a lot of orphaned animals, or a lot of orphaned animals were brought to me. And I've had to raise them. I've raised elephant, buffalo, black rhino, leopard, lion, antelope species, kudu, impala, duiker, then warthog, porcupines, bush babies, and hedgehogs.
All the animals that Tony has raised have returned to a natural life in the wild. He's proud of his hands-off approach to parenting and has applied the same successful formula to Jessica, his first hippo.
Jessica was never in captivity. Never. She was never locked up, fenced in. And from a baby, she mingled with the wild hippos. She grazes with them, and she understands their languages.
With no fences to restrict her, Jessica is free to leave Tony and Shirley anytime she chooses.
If she wants to, she can migrate down the river into the Kruger National Park. So she is free. And to me, she also lives a natural, normal life. Rehab is not necessary. She mingles with the wild hippos. So she can survive here.
Seeing Jessica in the wild is a sign to Tony that he has been a good substitute parent. But to prove it, Tony wants to see Jessica become pregnant.
That'll be, I think, quite a high spot in my life, because then you realize you achieved something in life by saving Jessica, and there's a result. She's committing to the other hippos, you know.
For Tony, Jessica's pregnancy would be proof that her life around the house hasn't compromised her potential life as a normal hippo.
To me, it's one big achievement. It's a goal that I've reached.
But Shirley thinks of Jessica as her daughter. She also wants Jessica to become pregnant, just as any mother wants her daughter to start a family of her own.
I'd love Jessica to become pregnant. It's something I can't actually wait for it to happen, because it's going to be so exciting, and to watch each and every move, how she's going to handle herself and her baby. And you can even take more care of her, treat her, spoil her more. Always be there for her. It's like it's going to be you on duty 24 hours a day.
Coming up,
She's not aggressive, is she?
No, not at all.
the vet is called in to see Jessica.
You might end up with an animal that doesn't grow out to her full potential. And in so doing, she does not actually reach the required body requirements and weight in order to be mated.
And a stranger turns up on the riverbank.
There's a hippo in my house.
Jessica the hippo lives a life of luxury with her adoptive human parents, Shirley and Tony, who would love for Jessica to find a mate and start a family of her own.
Yes, she did, Gregory.
But when do hippos become fertile and ready to mate? When do they go through puberty? Surprisingly, we know much less about hippos than any other large land mammal. This is because they're notoriously difficult to study. The way biologists study many animals is by analyzing blood samples. To acquire a blood sample from a big mammal, you first have to tranquilize it with a dart. But hippos spend their nights in thick bush, making it very hard to track them, and even harder to hit them with a dart. During the day, hippos are in the water. Tranquilize a hippo in the water and it'll drown. What we do know is that in the wild, most female hippos appear to come into puberty anywhere between 7 and 17 years old. This would make Jessica, at only 5, a little young to become a mother. But maybe Jessica's condition is more similar to well-fed, captive hippos in a zoo. They've been known to go through puberty when only 2 years old. The only way to discover Jessica's status for sure is to call in the vet. This is the first time that she's been seen by a veterinarian. Jessica's never been ill, so Tony has never seen it as a necessity to call the vet in.
And how many of them are there?
Peter Rogers is a vet whose patients include buffaloes, rhinos, elephants, and lions. But hippos are the hardest of the big animals to work with, and so it's rare to be called out to meet one. And it's even more unusual to meet a tame hippopotamus.
One of the most dangerous animals is a wild animal that has been tamed, and I've got scars on my own body to prove that.
So Peter approaches Jessica cautiously.
Yeah, that's Jessica. Yes?
She's not aggressive, is she?
No, not at all.
Sure. Well, we'll find out now.
She's like my mother-in-law.
Don't even leave it.
How's her, Becky?
She doesn't mind at all striking
No, she loves it.
As far as the behavior is concerned, I was very impressed. You know, I've been in the wildlife industry for many, many years, and I've seen many things go wrong. But what amazed me is that she is very relaxed with their company, with our company. But one has got to always have respect for a wild animal, tame or not.
Peter is here to take samples of Jessica's dung. Tony and Shirley will do this every day for the next few weeks. When the samples are analyzed, the results will reveal if Jessica is ready to conceive.
Just don't bite your nails afterwards.
Okay.
How much dung do
Peter
you
reckons
need
Jessica looks in fairly good
to get
shape.
a sample?
Having said that, it's very difficult to evaluate the condition of a thick-skinned animal like a rhino or a hippo, an elephant for that matter. But on the surface, she looks good to me.
But despite the general thumbs up, Peter is concerned by the consistency of Jessica's dung.
To me, that's not normal, and Tony explained it as being a result of a lot of sweet potatoes yesterday.
It looks like Jessica has diarrhea. Sweet potatoes have very little roughage in them. Eat too many and you get a runny tummy.
Well, of course.
Jessica's diet not only affects her dung, but
And
it
they're
might
raw.
also influence her fertility.
Sweet potatoes.
All animals need to reach a certain size before they can become fertile, and Peter suspects that Jessica is still a little small. In the wild, it takes female hippos about 20 years to become fully grown.
This damn South Korean
To get a sense if Jessica is on
interweb.
track, Peter needs to check out her diet.
Don't you mean North
It
Korean?
was told to me now.
Blood
That's quite
food?
interesting, if not amazing.
So what exactly does Jessica eat? Well, Tony maintains that most of her diet is grass, but because Jessica's never supervised, it's hard to tell. In addition to the grass, Tony and Shirley like to spoil Jessica by giving her dog biscuits, which she loves. For Peter, this isn't too much of a worry.
The dog cubes as well, that is more of a treat, so I don't see that as being a problem.
A bit more of a problem, you'd think, is the idea of giving a hippopotamus coffee.
Coffee? Yeah, and now she has 20 liters of coffee a day, you know, so.
Yeah, why would they feed her 20 liters of coffee a day?
It's very weak.
They've got her addicted to fucking caffeine.
What do you put in there with it?
Sugar.
Tony started the habit when he had to wean her off her baby milk.
As I reduced the milk,
This,
I felt...
yeah, they're feeding the hippo.
I would have a cup of coffee while she's having her milk. And I always used to leave a little bit in the cup. She would open a little mouth and pour the coffee
20
down
liters sounds like what I gotta do
down
to
her
get
mouth.
up in them.
And after a year, and the milk got less and less, and now she ends up with coffee, which she loves.
But Jessica's coffee is not the kind you'd want to dunk your donut into.
Take 2 teaspoons
Yeah.
of coffee.
So, I mean, the coffee, and then how many liters of water?
4.
So the coffee is just a little taste.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
coffee,
just
you
2
know, 4 liters
teaspoons
very
of
weak
coffee.
And if you put it all into perspective, it forms a very small part of her diet.
Okay.
I don't see that as being a problem. 20 kilograms of sweet potatoes a day is a lot. Even for a hippo, I think it's a lot, but it might be fine. It just sounds like a lot.
Jessica loves sweet potatoes. In fact, she eats over 40 pounds of them each day.
40 pounds of sweet potatoes.
She munches them in the water,
fucking
on the
day,
veranda, and on the lawn.
That's a
Never
lot.
having had to face a sweet potato
Yes,
eating
and they're
hippo
raw.
before, Peter heads back to research the
wonder she's
implications of Jessica's
got
diet.
ravaged diarrhea. Holy shit, can you imagine?
Of course, in the wild, hippos don't eat sweet potatoes, dog food, or drink coffee for that matter. Their diet
All the
consists
Koreans
mostly
on the
of grass.
interweb tonight can't watch it.
Estimated
Okay,
that
sorry,
a
Load
full-grown
Food.
hippo will get through
Have a
about
good one,
35
buddy.
kilos or 77 pounds of grass each night. Remember, this is only an estimate, and only for a full-grown hippopotamus. Because it's extremely difficult to follow hippos night after night as they forage in diet of a wild female hippo of Jessica's age. But veterinarian Peter Rogers has managed to get more information on sweet potatoes and the impact they're having on Jessica.
No, but Load Food,
Instead of comparing her diet to wild hippos,
it's only two
Peter has
two
examined
teaspoons
what
of
captive
coffee,
hippos
so
are
it's
fed in the
very
zoo.
diluted.
The bulk of their diet is formed of a good quality, like a hay.
That's where they don't have natural grazing.
Yeah. Alfalfa hay, they call it there, or lucerne.
All right, Madge, have a good one, buddy.
Okay.
As well as the lucerne hay, zoo hippos also get some horse pellets and various vegetables, including sweet potatoes. But they don't eat nearly as many as Jessica does. To get
That's
an
too
idea
many
of what her
fucking
diet
sweet
means for
potatoes.
Jessica, Peter has examined the nutritional value of her favorite vegetable.
It consists mainly of carbohydrates, which is like a type of a sugar, and in very low in fat.
And protein, I suppose, also.
Protein, very, very low. And this is
level
this,
one
this is, I think, when you think that protein is the. Hello, my girl.
Becky.
Becky. Protein is the bricks to build muscles. Okay.
Exactly.
Peter believes that Jessica is surviving on a diet of sugar from the sweet potatoes. If she were fed the lucerne hay and horse pellets, she'd get more roughage and protein. The roughage will slow the passage of food, stopping her diarrhea and helping her to absorb more nutrients. The protein will help her to grow.
It's not as though she's in bad condition. I mean, let's not get it wrong, but she just needs a few more building blocks in the form of protein.
Increasing Jessica's protein intake could also improve her chance of becoming a mother.
If we don't do that, we might end up with an animal that doesn't grow out to her full potential. And in so doing, she does not actually reach the required body requirements.
Well, you know, if you're going to raise a fucking hippo, maybe look into what you should be feeding
Getting
her.
Jessica to actually eat the lucerne hay and horse pellets is a strategy that Tony has
Just
tried
a
before.
thought.
I went there to a guy, I got some good quality lucerne.
Yes.
And,
Instead of saying, wow,
I got
she
a
likes
bale
sweet
of it.
potatoes,
I
let's
put
give her
down
40 pounds a
over here.
fucking day.
But she didn't touch. Eventually, I gave it to the wild hippos.
Yeah.
I got a bag of horse pellets.
Yes.
That I eventually donated to the elephants.
Yeah, you see, this is a problem. It's gonna be a gradual
So
process.
she doesn't want to eat this stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe, okay, that's, I'm talking of about 2 years ago. Maybe now she might.
She's going to have to somehow get it into,
Yes.
even if you mix the sweet potatoes or chop the sweet potatoes up and mix it in with that hay, that she gets it in, and then gradually she'll get the taste. Should we correct her diet now and she goes onto it and takes it within a reasonable amount of time? The possibility of her falling pregnancies are quite good, but nobody knows for sure.
Come now, Jess.
So Tony and Shirley decide to give it another shot and head out to buy some horse pellets and some hay to feed to Jessica. It's important that Jessica takes to her new diet. To encourage her, Tony and Shirley mix the hay with chopped up sweet potatoes. It's a failure. Jessica eats the potatoes, but spits out the hay. So Tony tries to feed her
Someone
the
left
horse
the door
pellets
open to a
by
trader.
mixing them in with the dog biscuits.
Somebody what?
Left a door open to a trader.
Jessica is
They
unimpressed.
can kill a trader, I think.
Yeah,
Tony and
okay.
Shirley's enthusiasm for Jessica's new diet is beginning to wane.
So if you leave the door
Shirley
open
is
and
worried
then
about how
they kill
Jessica
the
is
traitor,
taking the
then
change.
we
She
can never
goes in
go
a
back
state
to
of
that again.
depression. She doesn't sleep well. She doesn't want to come into the house. She doesn't want her coffee. She actually feels neglected. And that's the bad part.
And Tony is also disillusioned. He's always viewed the sweet potatoes, dog food and coffee as treats. Because Jessica roams free, Tony feels her diet shouldn't be compared to captive hippos' diet, but to those living a natural life in the wild.
Well,
The wild hippos down there at the bottom, they don't get lucerne at all. They just eat this wild grass. They don't get sweet potato and that. And they're feeling very, very well. So I don't have any problem with the diet. If she doesn't like the stuff, just don't give it to her.
agreed. Fine. Let her live her life.
Tony maintains that, like the wild hippos, Jessica should be left to grow and mature at her own pace, as nature intended, and without further interference.
I'm not going to force her to become pregnant early. I don't want suddenly to start changing her diets and forcing her this and forcing her that. I don't agree with that. I leave it in nature. When she's right, one day she will have a baby.
Whenever Jessica is ready to mate, she will need a bull hippo to mate with.
A bull.
Wild hippos live in groups of females controlled by a single territorial male.
Bring in the
When the
bull.
female comes on heat, the male is on hand, ready and waiting to mate. Male hippos have to fight for the privilege of possessing their own territory and females. Until they've won a territory, they roam widely, spending their days alone in the river or in bachelor groups. And because females tend not to roam, Jessica seems comfortable staying put. Tony is confident that when the time is right, hippo bulls will come to her.
Why?
But there's just one problem. At present, Jessica is scared of other hippos.
For the moment, Jessica would rather be with me than with another hippo. For a reason that she was attacked about a month and a half ago by a pregnant hippo cow. And she's now got a fear of wild hippos, which I'm helping her to overcome.
Wild hippos regularly pass by Tony's place, but getting Jessica near one of them is virtually impossible. Tony and Shirley's best hope lies in the charms of a 10-year-old bachelor named Charlie. Charlie's recently decided to make a home for himself in Jessica's patch of the river.
Charlie.
Coming up.
This window was broken by Jessica. The door handle was broken by Jessica.
Jessica is shut out in the cold.
For the time being, we won up on her.
And Shirley and Tony go midnight matchmaking.
Oh, jeez, this is a good thing. Because
I never thought I would have learned that a diet of just sweet potatoes would give a hippo diarrhea. When I started watching Seven Days to Die this evening. I know. People are going to be watching this VOD going, what?
Who has started to come
what happened to 7 Days to Die? I don't know.
at the moment, Charlie's lying behind that small little fig tree.
Yep.
He normally feels safe there. Sometimes he comes even closer to this first little island here.
Amazingly, this isn't the first time that Tony and Charlie have crossed paths. About 2 years ago, Tony was asked as a former game ranger to put down a hippo that had become trapped.
Yeah, he fell into a concrete reservoir. I was asked to go and put him down. And when I got there, I decided against it.
Instead of putting the hippo down, Tony wanted to save it. He created a ramp using sandbags, and by the following morning the hippo had climbed out. The hippo's distinct scars meant that Tony could recognize him. Is it just coincidence that this hippo, Charlie, tracked down the man who saved his life?
And he turned up here 3 weeks later. and he never left.
I'm totally cool with watching this. Good, Gregory.
I wonder if he knew that that was me that saved him.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
You're the one who mentioned this, and I'm glad you did, because I watched this years ago, and I just thought it was amazing.
Jessica will never get pregnant if she doesn't feel relaxed enough to hang out with wild hippos. Encouraging her to overcome her fear with Charlie is a slow process.
You've got to be patient. Gradually, she's got to build up her confidence with him by what we're doing daily here, trying to get Charlie come closer and get Jessica closer to Charlie.
But when Tony tries to leave Jessica alone with Charlie, she makes it clear whose company she prefers. And Jessica's shyness isn't the only obstacle to overcome. In the evening, when wild hippos, including Charlie, are most active, Jessica is enjoying her bedtime massage.
She was actually attacked by a wild hippo cow, and she had a lot of scars over all these areas, and we used the aromatherapy essential oils. And by exfoliating and massaging her, you can almost not even see it anymore. And since we started the therapy, well, she's addicted to it. She has to have it. She's a donkey, my
So while Jessica is sleeping, Charlie is wide awake and having fun pushing the raft around.
Oh, God.
Getting Jessica to hang out with any wild hippo is a matchmaker's nightmare. Not only is she scared of them, but she's asleep when they're awake. But Tony has a plan. The following night, he and Shirley take matters into their own hands and bring Jessica down to the raft.
Wait, Charlie. You're still there.
They hope that if they stay on the raft, Jessica will have the confidence to remain in the water when Charlie approaches.
Charlie.
But this means that Tony and Shirley will have to let a wild bull hippo approach them. Hippos are deceptively fast. Weighing around 2.5 tons, Charlie could easily kill them both if he feels threatened. In this scenario, a rifle offers little protection.
Okay, before we start,
Charlie wants to push more than that raft around.
What do? You just slam it down and pull the trigger.
On one side of the raft,
is that
Jessica is
Jessica
relaxing in the
Fish?
water. On the other side is Charlie.
What he's doing there now, he's not yawning. Trying to show us his size, how big he is. Even in the wild, when two bulls meet, they open mouths and see which one has got the biggest mouth. That's how they size each other up.
Magnificent.
It's unreal. We can't trust him. Now, one knock with his snout and this raft will be upside down.
To get to Jessica, Charlie has to pass underneath the raft that Tony and Shirley are lying on.
He's coming higher. Move back. He's getting underneath the raft.
I know. Just relax.
He's gone underneath, yeah? We just monitor what's happening.
What's he, Leafy?
Let's see where he is. He's underneath, right here. See, he's about 2 meters from us.
Just last.
What's up?
Oh, jeez, this is a good thing. Because he's so
Charlie's under the raft.
he doesn't attack her. So,
But having a wild hippo so close isn't such a good thing for Tony and Shirley.
we're in a very dangerous situation. Very, very dangerous. I don't know if anybody's ever experienced a wild hippo so close. Like this. Well, it's absolutely ridiculous to really have a hippo that close. I think fellow game rangers who know me will say, but what was wrong with that guy allowing him to come so close?
With Jessica looking relaxed in Charlie's company, Tony decides it's time to leave them alone.
Oh, shit.
Actually, really get off the raft and let them be the two. She's now lying about 2 meters from him. So maybe they will do something tonight, get to know each other better.
As the days go by, Jessica slowly gets used to having Charlie around. Hippopotami are naturally social animals, and in the absence of lots of hippos to hang out with, Jessica has become friends with Tony's dogs. Puppies have arrived, and sooner or later they'll have to meet Jessica. All of Tony's dogs have survived their introduction, but there's always a risk that in her excitement, Jessica may injure one of them.
Did you see Jess this morning?
Yeah, Jessica's in the water.
Well, that's good. What I suggest, we call her out. She'll come up here, and then we ignore her. Let her settle down, and then slip away quickly and bring the puppies and put them down there.
Jess, waar is jy my liefie? Kom ons gaan sny die grasse. Kom my liefie.
That's the 3 new family members.
As Tony brings the puppies up to the lawn to meet Jessica, no one knows how she will react.
Mooiste kinders, my Jess. Kyk gou liefie. Kyk die kinders, my liefie.
Wat maar? Yes. Nee, Jess. Mooi maak.
Hier's Jess se kinders. Jess se kinders. Dankie my. Dankie my. Mooi, mooi. Dankie liefie. So mooi. Soene, soene, liefie. Daar zijn wij. Saggies, saggies liefie. Net lippies. Saggies liefie hoor. Don't worry. Saggies. Nee my lief. Saggies. Saggies liefie.
Oh my god. Oh my. Okay.
It looks like Jessica has found her favorite puppy.
This is what an introduced pup to Jessica looks like. None the worse, just slimy and pretty. You survived a hippo attack, huh?
Oh, dankie liefiekie. Dankie my poepoe.
All the puppies are fine, and as a reward for her gentleness, Tony and Shirley bring out the sweet potatoes.
Dump a bucket of sweet potatoes here.
Mother instinct coming to the fore. The way she handled the pup.
No, the puppy does not have a comfortable look.
The mother instinct.
All we need is our own
Gregory.
But there's been a worrying development. Jessica's prospects for motherhood have hit a setback. A few weeks ago, Charlie left the river and has not returned.
Charlie.
Hey, he's Charlie. Charlie's a black. Ooh. You got it.
Though all young male hippos roam around, Charlie has never been away for this long before. With Charlie away, Tony takes the opportunity to repair his raft, which has suffered under Charlie's nighttime antics. Living with a hippo means that Tony's life is one long round of repairs and home improvements.
This window was broken by Jessica. The door handle was broken by Jessica. There's this one. There's that one there. The one below here. There's about another 4 which have to be replaced. I think this door handle will last about from half an hour to about 2 weeks. But we'll have to replace it again.
After all, keeping your house in order is hard when your hippo knows how to open the door. Not even Tony and Shirley's bed is safe from Jessica.
Oh my God, he gets in their bed. Okay, there goes the bed.
Tony knows this can't continue. The only way to safeguard the house is to build a hippo-proof front door.
Yes. Ooh, we got a problem today. Am I anything? What's the case there? Look here, Mom.
Tony is very pleased with his new front door.
For the time being, we won up on her.
But Shirley hates it.
She doesn't like my door. She thinks it's cruel.
Tony,
Pardon?
I don't think Jessica understands what's going on. Maybe she's traumatized now.
No, she's not.
Hello, my lucky mama. She is, Tony, I can see it. Maak my lucky. Ja, is hem maar. Askies, my doeletjie. Askies, mama kind. Kom ons gaan lê op 'n bersje.
I think the installation of this new
Kom ons gaan sit op 'n
safety door
bersje.
is more traumatic to Shirley than what it is to Jess.
But Tony knows that even
That's
this steel
Tink.
door is only a temporary solution.
The only weak point there is the hinges which are bolted into the wall. I think she might have to wait another year. A bit more power in the neck here. But in the end, she's going to rip that door out. You agree with me?
Totally.
Yeah. No, she is. She's very clever.
Coming up, local farmers prove to be the biggest threat to Jessica's future.
These are trigger happy boys.
Jessica the hippo was born during a flood and washed up onto the riverbank outside of Tony Jubin's home. Now she's 6 years old, and her adoptive parent has enlisted veterinarian Peter Rogers to help get Jessica pregnant.
Tony! Hello, Tony.
And Doctor, how are you?
Lekker en you?
Since he last saw Jessica, Peter has turned up some new research about when female hippos can be expected to go through puberty.
It's interesting because if you read the literature, you know, there's a lot of
5 and 7.
there's a lot of discrepancies about what age is the onset of puberty. They seem to find that it's more closely related to the body weight of the animal. That appears
The latest research suggests that female hippos go through puberty not at a certain age, but at a certain weight. And that magic weight is at least 900 kilos, or 1,984 pounds. This makes Jessica 100 kilos, or 220 pounds, too light for puberty. As if to rub salt into the wound, results from the dung samples that Tony and Shirley collected confirm that she isn't ready to conceive. It's a blow to Tony and Shirley. Jessica won't be a mother anytime soon.
oh, it's like a block of flats. Eh?
Well, I mean, Charlie's gone.
There's more bad news.
Oh my God, look at the fucking sweet potatoes
On a
they
routine
have.
trip to get Jessica's groceries, Tony is given a photo. It's a picture of a hippo that was shot by a local farmer. Tony recognizes the hippo immediately.
Charlie.
This is most certainly Charlie. This hippo was shot around about July. It's the farm next door to where I saved Charlie, where he fell into the concrete reservoir, so he knows the area. And July is exactly the same time when Charlie disappeared.
Yeah.
That's Charlie.
Charlie was killed because he was caught grazing on the crops of a local farm. And some farmers would rather shoot hippos than maintain expensive hippo-proof fences.
It's cruel, Tony.
Well, that's a human. That's why I prefer animals to humans. God should have never made man. Biggest mistake.
Charlie was Tony's best chance of getting Jessica comfortable with wild hippos. Killing Charlie was a senseless act that cut down Jessica's closest hippo friend.
Yeah, we miss Charlie. I miss Charlie.
Later that evening, Tony shares his real worry that one day Jessica may be shot and killed.
Like with Charlie and all the other hippos, there's this human factor. These are trigger-happy boys. Just to say shot hippos, these guys, I mean, they get this opportunity to shoot a hippo. That has always been a threat and a concern to me since she was a baby, that this can happen.
Jessica could be shot because she has no fear of humans. Whereas a wild animal would naturally run away from people, Jessica might approach them. And to strangers who don't know her, she would appear as a dangerous rogue animal. After all, wild hippos are notoriously dangerous, but it's not clear whether Jessica is wild or tame.
I think Jessica is tame. But I always say to people, you know, Jessica is a wild animal. You can take her out of the bush, but you can never take the bush out of her. And they must respect that when they approach her. Absolutely.
Jessica has two personalities. A friendly, tame exterior and a wild instinct. Even at 6 years old, Jessica has the power to do serious damage.
Jesus.
So was it right for Tony to rescue Jessica?
Oh my goodness.
The very act of raising her has removed Jessica's innate fear of humans. By saving Jessica, Tony could well be accused of signing her death warrant.
The future for an animal like Jessica, yes, you know, it's something I'd rather not even think about, because to me, in the back of my mind, it's always the fact that it's a wild animal.
Yep.
And is something going to one day make that animal change and become aggressive. It can be just one incident, and then she might have to be destroyed, you know. So, but having said that, a lot of people say that to raise wild animals is bad because they always come to a sticky end. That may be true in most cases, but when you're actually confronted with that situation of a little newborn animal in front of you and you have the power to make it live or die, you've got to be pretty inhuman not to try and make it live.
Tony knows that not everyone would agree with his decision to save Jessica.
To some people, it's controversial, you're right. Some would say nature says you must be cruel to be kind. So we should have just left and let the nature go its way. And guaranteed she would have ended up in a croc's stomach, so she wouldn't have survived. I feel, yes, there are certain instances where you don't interfere with nature, but there are also times when you must interfere. If I find orphan animals, I try to save them.
Yeah, I agree.
Shirley feels the same way.
Definitely.
100%.
Regardless of what other people may think, Tony has no regrets. Even after 6 years, he remains amazed by Jessica the hippo each and every day.
Well, he gave her 6 years of life. I mean, really good life.
I've never seen an animal with this behavior in my whole life. And I've raised many animals. And out of the blue comes a hippopotamus. And she tells me, listen, Kai, you think you know something about animals. Let me teach you something. You know nothing. You can go anywhere on Earth. A person communicating with a lion or a chimp or elephant. But this type of friendship I've never seen. He's got no fear on Earth, no worries about food or drought or whatever. So what the hell else does she want?
Lots of love.
Exactly.
One day, Jessica may get pregnant and have a calf of her own. Tony and Shirley plan for Jessica's baby to enjoy the life of a wild hippo. Without Tony and Shirley, Jessica the hippo would not be alive. So however eccentric Jessica's life might be, it's one full of love and affection.
Yep.
And for her part, Jessica has provided comfort to both Shirley and Tony in ways they could never have imagined.
Well, don't forget Dominic Littlewood and Cherie Murphy.
All right, guys. Yeah. I'm glad you reminded me of that, Gregory, because I love rewatching that. I'm kind of like really into hippos since I'm going to be seeing Fiona soon. So, yeah. Hippos are fucking awesome. And very dangerous.
You're so awesome. But
what an awesome story. Yes, Gregory, I agree. That was, I don't know, that was just a feel-good story. So anyhow, guys, yeah, I'm gonna get off here. And okay, so this weekend is going to be a little hectic for me. I've got a lot of shit to do. I don't know if I'll be streaming. I know I more than likely won't be doing the grill streams this weekend. I've just got a lot of shit to get done before I take some time off. But anyhow, we'll see how that goes. Gregory, have a good one, buddy. Abandoned. Have a good one too, and I may or may not see you guys.
Okay.
Bye, Tink.
bye.